Alright, how's it going, guys? SvperDvperProductions here with another video. Today we're going to be installing... What are we installing? Oh, yeah. Alright, we're going to be installing lowering springs on my 2007 350Z. It's an HR, it's the same thing for DE. But today, I know I made a video before doing the Monzo springs. This time I'm going to be installing Godspeed springs on the car. And I've heard they lower it at just about the same. Seen pretty good reviews. They're a little more expensive. These are like $135 on Amazon, and heard pretty good things about them. So I'm gonna try them out now. I was gonna go with the Monzos, but I figured I'd go with a different spring and give you guys like the comparison, a little review maybe later on which one, the Monzos or the Godspeed springs work better. But yeah, all right, let's get started. All right, so here's the car right now. This is what she looks like. Show you the gaps. Gaps look like front and rear. Alright. Just giving y'all a little, showing y'all before. A little before and after. Alright. So first thing you got to do, obviously, is remove the wheel. We're gonna start with the rears first, and remove the wheel real quick. All right, so now that the wheel is off, let's show y'all what you got to do. All right. So basically, for the rears, it's very simple. All you guys have to do is literally remove this bolt right here. Remove that bolt, and then usually what I do is like they're kind of stiff in there. So I just like step on it with my foot, and this thing will drop down. And then you take this old spring out, put the new one in, and just reinstall it, and that's it for the rear. The rear is very simple because it has a stock shock and spring setup. The front's a little more complicated, but we'll get to that. All right, let me get this off and get the new one on for you guys. Be right back. All right, so for the rear, like I said, take that bolt out, push down on this, comes out, and here they are. This is the new one, that's the old one. You can see the height difference there. Make sure you transfer this black rubber boot, because if not, it'll be squeaky, your suspension will start squeaking. Just make sure you put it exactly like that. And make sure you line up the top also over here on this pad. Leave these in there. Just make sure you line it up where it's supposed to go, and reinstall it and tighten it up, and that's how you do the rears. I'll show y'all once I'm gonna do both the rears and then show you guys the difference. All right, let's get to it. All right, so I just put the rear in, and just to give you guys a little helpful tip, I use another jack to line this up. It's way easier that way, trust me. Just something I've learned over the years of doing these. But yeah, just use a jack so you can line up this bolt. That way you're not trying to fight it and put a bolt through. Yeah, this is it. That's how the rear is installed. Bolts in, that's on, tight. Yeah, just put the wheel on and the backs are done. That's how you do both rears. Now we're gonna get started on the front. All right, so rear is done. Now to the front. Front's a little more complicated. So on the front, you got to take these little tabs out of the way. You have to remove your whole front strut. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts on each side. Take these little clips out of the way. Remove those 4 bolts, and then take that strut off. And then I'll show you what. And then you have to remove some bolts behind here. I'll show you that in a minute. All right, so in order to get the top ones off, you loosen these 3 bolts here, 3 nuts. Take off the strut bar. I'm pretty sure I told you that. You take off the nut that goes right here, the bolt and nut that goes there, and the nut for the sway bar end link. Take off also the ABS lines. Just pop them off, and then this is the brake line. It's mounted to the strut. you just, the 12mm, you just take it off, slide it to the side, and also disconnect this top one right here. And yeah, that should be it. Now you just push down on that, which is gonna take me putting the camera down. But yeah, you just pull down on that, pull out the strut, and yeah, that's it. And then I'll show you what to do once you get it out. All right, so the next step is you get your spring compressors here. I bought these at Harbor Freight, or you can rent them at AutoZone. You throw them on, you compress them. You don't have to compress it too much. You're just doing this so basically when you take off the strut, the top bolt, it doesn't shoot out on you. And please don't do it. Please don't. If you guys don't have these, don't do it. Because it's very dangerous. Sometimes they're under a lot of load and they can shoot out and hurt someone or hit your car or something. But yeah, so just gotta compress it a little bit, pull out the bolt, put the new spring in, and then reassemble it. And, it's kind of hard to film today. If I had someone filming me, I would show you guys a little more in depth, but I'm trying to film and do it and not forget to show you guys. But all right, let's keep going. All right, just like that, put everything back on, ABS lines, the 12mm bolt for the brake line, the sway bar end link, the strut tower, the strut bolt, strut bolt, and the 22mm ball joint bolt, and also this one. And that's it. Just put the strut tower back on, and that's it for the front. I'm gonna do the other side, and I'll show you how it looks once it's all done. And just like that, that's how you lower a 350Z. I just threw on the highlights real quick. Just had them sitting there. But sheesh, look at that wheel gap now. Oh yeah. And whenever you lower a car, usually it takes about like a full week for it to completely settle in. But this is basically the right height on these Godspeed lowering springs. But yeah. So, y'all know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one. See you later.